You're such an asshole.
Okay, I have requests. This guy has been incredibly patient, so I don't think I charged him because it didn't go through the right thing or anything. So my apologies for that. He's been incredibly patient, but I'm glad I postponed this because this is the worst vaginal excrement of a video I've ever seen about Bitcoin. It is all emotion and serious. There was war and bad things happened, and then the commies came. But with Bitcoin, it's the year 2008. And what was hilarious about this, whoever directed it, and then suddenly things weren't good anymore. Excuse me. It wasn't suddenly, it was pretty clearly on the way. It's 2009, 100 years since the bad times, and cryptocurrency has gotten rid of toe fungus and gotten the clean nuclear power, and we got food without processed stuff in it. Oh, I can tell me I'm a libertarian psycho without saying I'm a libertarian psycho. He's not psycho, he's just a libertarian, a new libertarian. The ones who don't study economics. Hey, man! Wow, dude! My Bitcoin's gonna solve everything, man, and I won't have to get a job. I'm gonna become a crypto bro and trade, man. So that literally was one of the worst videos I watched. It was horrible. It was horrible. And I'm not showing it to my audience. It was that bad. If you guys want to like gouge your eyes out, you could go ahead and watch it. I linked to it below. What's the title? What was the title? I hit Bitcoin is generational wealth. Bitcoin Magazine, The Shy Kids, Lewis Liu, Thomas. Oh, and they made it look like it was a serious movie. And did you know bad things happen and you can diversify into a digital currency? And it will solve all of our problems and nothing bad will ever happen again. And I'm like, okay, Bitcoin, bro. Whatever. And I'm crypto. Maybe not right now at the prices, but I'm absolutely blockchain technology. I'm aware. I'm probably one of the. Everyone thinks I'm against it. I'm like, no, I'm not. I just don't know if I'd want to buy all the crypto right now. To save the future of humanity, dogs will bark night and cats will treat us kindly, all because of crypto. Women will ask men out and pay their own way and go Dutch, and everyone will pay back their student loans, and no one will major in dumb shit if we all buy Bitcoin. And that is one abortion. I'm sorry you spent all your time and whatever money you did on that video, dudes. That was pretty bad. It was almost like it was cultish. It was like a religion. And Jesus will come and all will be good except for you who didn't believe in him. Bad, not Christians. So you did have some follow-up questions. Here's what you got to do, dude. You need to up your game and make sure you never watch filth like that. You need to identify filth. This is a problem I had when I was younger. Like, I thought any movie was a good movie because we're going to the movies. No, you need to discern. What did the guy, that whole video, what did you learn factually about Bitcoin that helped advance your understanding of how blockchain technology works? What did you you didn't learn it because there wasn't anything in there. Good things will happen. We won't have sneezing anymore. And dogs will stop licking their own anuses. Bitcoin! Fleas will go away and get jobs and stop sucking off of dogs. All right. I watched it at quite a few points along the way about coming utopia thanks to Bitcoin, but I couldn't help but think, now that sounds like a bit of a stretch. Okay, good. Yes. Yes. We are always going to have lazy people. It doesn't matter what the currency is. You're always going to have lazy people. And as long as you have democracy, it's just like, well, we're going to vote to take your physical assets away. Well, you can't get my crypto. No, but I could get your house. I could get your car. Or we could have a luxury tax. Oh, you'd like to buy that fancy car? Okay, that's 50% sales tax right there. Of course, though, people just leave. It is, yeah, and I don't know how that translates into clean nuclear energy. I don't see how it prevents communists from maybe confiscating your bank accounts, but you have to have crypto. You could park your wealth in the blockchain, sure, but then you got to convert it back, so you got to leave. Hopefully not under a global government, but I didn't know what was the biggest stretch is how we're going to have non-processed food. Well, man, could you tell me you're a libertarian without telling me you're a libertarian, man? Whoa, like a currency will make the food good, dude. Scoop, we're Scrappy in the gang. I'd be interested to hear if you get those same intuitions. Yes. Yeah. I don't want to look the guy up because I don't want to embarrass him, because he there's nothing wrong with liking crypto. But here's what I'm going to guess. Younger guy, no background in economics, fell in love with crypto, more politically, not motivated by politics, but the ideology. He's a utopian. He's a utopian. Like, hey, man. And that's nice, and let him do his thing. But that was a pretty bad video. Now, at the same time, I'm probably the idiot, because that video maybe has convinced more people than I could ever. Let's think about it this way. Let's say you want to convince my parents, say, "Oh, you ought to buy crypto." To a boomer, which is like, "Hey, you ought to buy nothing." So it would be a hard selling point to them. Now my folks are actually pretty smart, so maybe my approach would work. Okay, look, here's how it works. All money really is, and our current modern day financial system is already digital for like 98% of transactions, certainly the volume, and all the recording who owns what. Okay, and we get rid of banks, we get rid of central bank, we could get rid of deposits, and we wouldn't have to just be this blockchain, right? And be a ledger that record all transactions within the human race. All right. So it'd be very efficient for it. And I think my folks are actually smart enough they could get that. The average boomer is not as smart as my folks. Not to promote my folks or anything like that. They may not, they still would be a little reluctant to part with real cash. And like, well, I don't see it. I get it. But your average normie conforming inferior boomer, like, you couldn't convince them with the arguments and merits of how crypto works or blockchain technology, or look at our current financial system versus what this does. It's too much for the average mind to consume and understand and comprehend. So, but hey, you got this religious thing with serious music and free nuclear power and babies who push their own strollers, and chicks get thin and like to give blowjobs, and they have tiggle bitties. Oh, well, okay. I'm going to watch the game and buy me some crypto after horking down my wings. It's the whatever. Green Bay Packers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Is that what it is? Yeah, I thought you actually had a serious question about it. I asked, Bitcoin is going to fix Antifa, Black Lives Matter, illegal, human greed, feminism, Democrat sanctimony, you go girl, don't need no man, fish bicycle. No, it's not. I'm sorry. I thought you were like, hey, look at this great video. You're not. I understand. Yeah, no, it's not. It was a nice emotional piece. I've seen vaginal excrement like that when my girlfriend watches the Hallmark Channel every once in a while during the Christmas season to watch Merry Christmas too, How? Thankfully, it's not that common. It was a nice emotional plea. He is a self-styled economist and says omissions taken with the liberty to cut down on personal exchange BS. I don't want to pay for in request wait. Well, maybe he's an economist. What's self-styled? Is that like me? Hang on, let me look him up. All right, there's two people. Let me look them up. I don't want to slam on the guy. Yeah, dude, you made a pile of shit with this video. This is a pile of shit. And you always got to be careful. Like, do people actually say they're an economist? Well, there's several men with his name. I see no economist. Let me type in economist. Maybe he is actual economist. I don't see anyone coming over under this guy's name. Yeah, I don't see anywhere on the internet this guy claims to be an economist. Maybe he talks about economics. Let me see the other guy. They were probably sitting there. Should we make it an abortion or should we do a vaginal excrement? Yeah, let's do vaginal excrement. Okay. I was gonna go with full on abortion, but I think already you know what you're talking about. This other guy's kind of a journalist. Oh, yeah, digital journalist, which isn't a thing. Trying to find out like what y'all did in the past. See, it's really important that you have a background. You just can't walk in. I'm an expert, self-declared, that I like cryptocurrency. Well, okay, good for you. I have an economics background. I can explain it. Can you? Oh, here we go. LinkedIn. Oh, I'm not gonna. No. I don't think any of these guys claim to be an economist. I think they just talk about economics as cryptocurrency is related to it. And men will cut their own hair, and women will get perfectly groomed landing strips without any guff. Fix the money, fix the world. All these problems are indirectly caused by distortions in the monetary system and central banking. No. Well, they can indirectly influence it. Yes, there's some of those are, yes. I mean, you got to get financing for everything. So in a very tangential way, yes, everything does have currency has an effect on everything. Yes. But the larger things like getting women to, chase men, or I shouldn't say chase, prefer men over a career, prefer children over master's degrees. That has nothing to do with the currency. That has to do with, well, is it the propaganda or is it their nature? In their nature, now they find, and you could say, well, with the welfare state, now they don't need guys. Well, then you should ask yourself the question, well, did they really want guys in the first place? Like if they don't have to and they choose to leave, well, doesn't that say something? Like when the first time they have the shot to leave, they leave. Does that tell you something? We've been printing since 1913 when the Fed was created, and all the degeneracy and social programs in the 60s and 70s were only possible because we went off the gold standard in 71. You could say that, but here's another thing, man. Could it just be the people suck? Like the boomers weren't exactly upstanding people. Bar the ones that shipped off to Vietnam. Like, did you see the hippies? I like how the hipsters think they're all new and different. Like, no, you're just degenerate pieces of shit like the hippies. All it is 50 years later. You all don't want to work. You all believe in socialism. And I don't know if you want hairy vaginas. I don't know. I don't care. right? But it's not like, yeah, let's work hard in America and independence and self-reliance and leaving people alone and the what's the principle? The non-aggression principle. They're not about that. But that's default nature of humans. Humans are naturally lazy. It has nothing to do with this exacerbates it. It enables it, but people are going to be lazy. We had balanced budgets until 1971. Ultra wealthy could keep funding degeneracy because they get access to artificially cheap money and bailouts when things go bad. Neither are possible under a Bitcoin standard. I don't know if ultra wealthy wants to keep funding degeneracy. And don't blame the wealthy for selling degeneracy. That's what people want. And they do get artificially cheap money, yeah, but doesn't like the average homeowner now get the same thing? Don't they get to refinance their home at 2.8%? Or are they your average college graduate today who doesn't understand how interest rates work and they're stuck with a 4% interest rate right now? I'm like, what do you mean refinance? Oh, I get more money out of my house? Okay. The reason the wealthy stay wealthy is because they take out debt against their assets and keep getting bailed out. Yeah, that's a relatively recent phenomenon. That's not how it goes all the time. Your Aaron point about Jeff Bezos can't sell his shares in Amazon. They just take out debt against those shares. That too, but has Jeff Bezos done that? I don't think the wealthy. Now, keep in mind, the banks did pay the money back. In case you were wondering, yes, they got cheap loans. Yes, I understand that, but they did pay it back. I don't think the wealthy say, I'm going to borrow money against myself. Like, I like to see Bill Gates's, I'll take any average rich person's balance sheet. Do they have, 5 billion in assets and 5 billion in liabilities? Leveraging it 50-50, 1-to-1. I don't think they're truly wealthy. Now, your crypto bro, stock trader bro, business majoring bro, dude bros, yeah, they go and borrow the money to the help. That's not the ultra wealthy. That's your rank and file suburbanite dipshits who got to who are doing the rat race still and keep it up with the Joneses. And even though they got a parking space, they leave their brand new whatever Audi out in front of their house so all the neighbors can see it. Like, I got a big dick. See, I got it now. It's a big dick. Me, I'm very successful. Please don't audit my financial statements. Me, successful. Mortimer Snurd, making the wife happy. So I don't believe in that assumption that against their assets keep in. No, the wealthy get wealthy because they come up with really good ideas that make money. And then the other wealthy, like say Donald Trump wealthy, they borrow their money and then they invest in an asset and then they get lucky. And just so you know, remember the crash in 2008? All asset prices crashed back then. This is the first time we just basically printed. Well, we also put ourselves out of that too, but there was a crash. People did well, wealthy lost a lot of money. I say they'll never let you do that. FedCoin is already coming. And the ultra wealthy were simply buying up Bitcoin now. They are, even the institutions. No, they're doing that. So I think the institutions are buying in it so they can make a position in it. So when you want to buy Bitcoin, you don't have to go through the horrifically horrendous exchange of whatever Coinbase or the exchange, however you exchange. Like, you just go to Morgan Stanley, like, yep, you own Bitcoin as far as you know. Yep, you own silver. Says they're on that internet thing, right? You logged in, says you own that, right? Well, there you go. So run the show under a Bitcoin monetary system as well. I think they just purchased some so they can make a market in it. That's it. So they could sell it later. He says, in the current system, the rich get bailed out by the Federal Reserve that prints money, or they bribe politicians for fat federal contracts, also financed by printed money. Yes, but the banks did pay them back. And there no doubt is corruption and bribery going on, but dude, he does sound like a libertarian. Like not a real libertarian, like a newborn one, a newbie. Bitcoin has a fixed supply, so one Bitcoin will always represent 1/21 millionth of the supply money. As the economy grows, that one Bitcoin becomes more and more valuable, so it generates a real return. Yes, that assumes everyone in the world decides to use Bitcoin and no other cryptocurrency, no other real currency. Therefore, no one will be forced into buying a house or parking it in real estate in foreign cities just to hold on to their wealth. No, you would have to. Okay, let's say we all go crypto. Come on, man. Don't hit me with this fucking libertarian bullshit. Well, okay, we all got crypto. Everyone, all the countries in the world. Okay, it's Bitcoin. We all Bitcoin. We get rid of it. It's all Bitcoin. What? Ocasio-Cortez can't come in with tanks and take your farm? That's why you have to have assets outside. Now, you could borrow against that. And if anything, that would go into more like reason to go and hedge against your homes. Like, oh, if we got nationalism here, nationalizing assets, people are like, dang, I better borrow as much from the bank, park it in whatever, a Russian bank, the irony. And then when they take my house, I still got the money out of the house over there. Doesn't matter whether it's crypto or not. Therefore, no one be forced to buy a home, blah, 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 furnished by real estate, parked about the. Your thoughts on these comments? Well, I just gave them to you. I don't see it. No, I don't see it either. Please feel free to throw your own intellectual flair into it and definitely your own thoughts about what you see coming or if this is a panacea. I don't know what's going to happen. There are too many viable cryptocurrencies out there. It's in its infancy stage. Don't ask me what's going to happen. That's why I'm the world's greatest economist, because I don't know what's going to happen. I definitely advocate people having some of like treating cryptocurrency like precious metals. It's an insurance policy so that if your buddies, that well, I just feel the rich aren't paying their fair share, and we're like it's 70% government spending to GDP. It's like, well, where exactly are you going to find this money? Well, you got some, don't you? You work more than me and make more money. That's why I'm not paying back your $200 because I'm a Portland fuck. That's a true story. But that's why you never lend money to people in Oregon. There's going to be price discovery. I think you're going to see the producers slowly go galt and also shrivel in numbers. You're going to see less and less. You're already seeing it. Labor force participation is going down. We can't find any programmers or surgeons or engineers or doctors or plumbers. Well, maybe you should raise some more Bipsy the suburbanite princes to go and major in communications, dumbass. Oh, what do we do? We're so stupid. So that's going to continue on. There's going to be shortages, mainly in skilled trades. Food's going to go up. Well, that's also because we're printing off more money. And if you want to buy cryptocurrency, go ahead and buy cryptocurrency. I lean towards the everyone else is more corrupt than we are, so forget it. That you told me before. Oh, yeah, in the United States. Yeah, relatively speaking, yeah. Yeah. The United States is still the the smartest kid on the short bus or the hottest girl at a fat chick party. That's true. Please keep me anonymous there. All right, there you go. There you go. So if you guys want to be pained, I wouldn't. All right, let's go through the super chat. The super chats. Oh, is it down to 28,000? All right. Nick, you got to do it, man. That is Operation Evil all the way. Do it. Her coin. Oh, they'd buy it in half a second. You know, claim a percentage goes to proceeds to women's things. Absolutely. And it'd be the little feminist hand symbol on the coin. And the girls be like, oh, look out. I'm in crypto now, too. She. Oh. All right, I'm just going through. There's super chats, just a lot of chats going on. Maxi Mike, $2, perfectly groomed landing strip, so inviting. I have trained certain people, like, what should I do? I'm like, you got a landing strip? What's that? It's this. Oh my, what, boys, men like that? Like, you know what? They like it when you kind of just do something different and consider them. That's about it. Well, I don't know. Oh, blah, 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 blah. All right, enjoy your. Don't lose weight and don't get a landing strip. What do I care? It's not me that's having the trouble with your husband. But I feel so slutty if I would. Okay, then go to church some more. Wear the school marm outfit. I don't go, wherever. You're the one that's 43 and you're going to be fat, and soon he ain't going to be asking for pictures for you. I mean, that was one of my favorite. I mean, it was a tweet. So I forgot how it was. I can't believe it was a husband. He wants me to send these pictures. And I'm like, lady, the day is rapidly coming. He's not going to ask for that anymore. Rapidly coming. Yeah, you got to land your plane, man. You need a good groomed landing strip. Maybe a little color so you can see it. Oh, there, I got to land the plane over there. Fluorescent pink. Jeremiah Daggery, $5. Here's some money. Thank you. Thank you. Today's super chat donations will go to. I was talking to Elkins about this, because many of you did buy the book and all that other stuff last year to help me get as much money accrued up front to pay down my mortgage, my construction loan before we converted it into a permanent mortgage. It actually worked. So thank you very much, guys. You saved me at least. I'd estimate you guys saved me like $250 a month. It was great. Thank you very much for that. But at the same time, with all that additional revenue coming in, I had it's called bunching deductions. So if you know your next year isn't going to be that high in sales, but you know you're going to have to buy some equipment, other things are legitimate tax deductions, you do it in the year where you have more income to write it off against. So I bought all this crap I was going to get anyway. And now I'm like, I think I've used my credit card, my corporate credit card, twice this year. I have no excess. So I don't need anything. I bought it all last year. I'm kind of like, I know a lot of it's going to go to first quarter taxes in 2022. I know that. Yeah, yeah, there it is. That's where you all know where your $5 is going. Estimated taxes. Yay. Sexy stuff I buy. Edward Harvey, 96, $10. New guy. Love you, Cappy. Can't wait to interview you on my channel, WNTPL, one day. Edward, here's the rule. I want you to have 50 episodes up. And then that's it. And send me the link to your YouTube channel or wherever you do it. And I'll take a look. Because everyone, it's like, yeah, I want to have you on my channel. And I haven't started it yet. Well, fuck off. But if you got 50, I don't care how many subscribers you got, but if you got 50 episodes up, all right, yeah, you're serious, you're legit. Yeah, I'll come on your show, sure. What does WNTPL mean, though? What? Nats? No, Nats is start with a G. What no tall person loves? Short people? I don't know. What no tall person loves. There we go. Michael Morgan, $5. Love Curse of the High IQ. Here's a tip to keep up the good work. Well, thanks, Michael. Yeah, all you guys read Curse of the High IQ. You'll like it. I can honestly say that most of the people here are not dumb. Most of you would benefit from that book. DJ Aftershock, dude, bro, why you still talking crypto, bro? That's so old school, bro. The new hot thing is NFTs, bro. I'm gonna make millions on my new Carl Sock NFT, bro. I wonder if Carlson has. I wonder if Carl. I bet you know what Carl's. Even though it should be part of every business, certainly finance, every business school should at least have an introduction course to cryptocurrency. That should be, hang on. Let's see. Shall we? Let's see if these business schools got anything. Carlson School of Management. Crypto. Let's just see if anything comes up. Beyond Bitcoin. Talking crypto. Search the. Do you have a class? All right, they have some seminars or something. That's good. It's not pulling up. Oh, these are all. If anyone knows how to define crypto, teaching MBA level course. 20. Yeah, but the accounting professor, she seems like a smart gal. Surprise, accounting. From accounting perspective, one of the things makes crypto, but no one teaches it. No one teaches it. Are you teaching it? Well, we don't want to pass on. We'll have our, hey, you know what? You should go research this. Yeah. And then you should write about it. Yeah. But don't teach it to your students. Okay. We need to discuss a SWOT analysis of Porter's 5 forces and the Boston Consulting Group diagrams a 19th time. I'm closing out of that. Let's go to the super chat. Let's go to Competent Man. $5. MIT OpenCourseWare has about 20-part video series from a few years ago with Professor Gary Gensler, now part of administration. Good. All right. Well, that's MIT. They're a rep, and that's technology. That's not a business school. I know. Isn't it the MIT Sloan Management or something like that? Which that just confused me. Edward Harvey, $5 again. We'll name this podcast later. Only 16 episodes. So I got work to do. 3 months. Hey, that's not bad. 16 months. So you're doing one a week, right? 16, 4, 3. Yeah, you're doing one a week. That's it. You keep going. By about 30 or 40, you're going to have your cadence down and everything. Yeah, no, you're doing, oh my God, you're doing the work. Nobody tell Rich Cooper. Gary Gensler, now SEC chairman. I don't know. Don't watch the news, guys. I recommend you don't watch it either. I was at the gym to get the girl saw. And like on one screen was Sports Center and the other screen was Jim Cramer. And I'm looking, before Jim Cramer, it was Super Charts. It's time for Super Charts. And it's just like, you look at the technical analysis and like, I remember many, many years ago thinking all these financial analysis shows were really smarter. No, they're not. They're as dumb as Sports Center. They don't know what they're talking about because they can't know what they're talking about. And there is no science. There is no study. There is no discipline. It's for your 100 to 105 IQ people who thought the MBA program was hard. People who did pre-calculus but couldn't do calculus. That's what those shows are for. People just that side of slightly microscopically above average. And they think, like, I got an MBA. Yeah, so don't watch the news. There's nothing to watch. All right, that's it. Question, answers. We'll name this podcast. Oh, that's what it is. We'll name this podcast later. Cool. You got something edgy? What do you talk about? I mean, generally speaking, you should name it what you're talking about. Wiener Dog Hour with Ed. But yeah, just, something a little bit catchy. All right, Competent Man, $5. You got in at the last minute, Competent Man. You need multiple monitors with new C-SPAN and CMB running all day. And don't forget Bloomberg, like I do, as I drink cases of Diet Pepsi at night and I wired and tired. Oh, I'm so happy the index made all these finance dude bros unemployable. I am so happy that that you have robo advisors and I'm so happy all the finance professionals are gone. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.